County. I want that to be very clear and known. Love will prevail over what happened today. I assure you of that.
We're also hearing from one of the students who says she doesn't want to go back to school now. Take a look at that.
I just feel like you're basically never safe anywhere, and no matter like how you can no matter if there's like cops in the school, there's still no safety at all.
So the FBI did say that the suspect was on their radar for more than a year in connection with threats of a school shooting that they posted online. They actually interviewed the suspect in May of 2023 with his father, but said did not have probable cause to take further action. He also moves school districts, and as of today, I want to be clear with you, Georgia does not have a red flag law. Sam, what do you think about all this?
I mean, I'm at a point where I want to avoid reading these headlines, and what a privilege for me to say I want to avoid this because it's so heartbreaking. Given that there are 4 families this morning that their lives are completely shattered and changed. I, hugged Sophie and Miles as I dropped them off to school today. And of course, those thoughts that enter our minds as parents, is this going to be the last time that I see them, considering this is the 385th mass shooting this year alone in America? I don't know what to say anymore. Should there be red flag laws? Of course. Should there be a ban on AR-15s? Of course. Should we have gun reform? Of course. Unfortunately, it becomes this hot button issue and nothing changes because money is involved in politics. And until money's taken out of politics, I do think we'll see some real changes, but I don't know if that will ever happen.
But I do like what you're saying about the money, because when I was listening to that sheriff speak, he did speak from the heart, but he was using words that are emotional words, love and hate and anger and sadness. The reason that bars don't have 15-year-olds drinking in them is because of money. If a 15-year-old is caught drinking in there, they'll be shut down, they'll lose money. The only reason that anything happens in this country isn't because of love or hate, it's because of money. The reason they cut off capacity at a nightclub or a football game is because they would love to sell more tickets. They wouldn't care if there was a stampede in there, but they'll be sued and they'll lose money. So until somebody starts losing money, we have nothing to talk about. You don't hear any bar that has underage people in there drinking saying, this is really disappointing, we really love those people in there. You don't hear anything. They sign a check, and they don't want to do that. So until you have people signing checks, we, the people, will use emotional words. And the people that make AR-15s and the people that sell them will continue to make money.
I so appreciate what you're saying. I do want to show you just a visual. Yeah. I so agree with you, too. This is just from our very beginning of our show in 2018, and I just want to show you how we're coming full circle. That's after the Parkland shooting. Do you guys remember this? That's Ryan Deach. He hid in a closet and tried to take video. So we're sitting here talking about the exact same thing that Sam's saying.
That was my first thought this morning.
Yeah, this has come full circle,
out
and
like
we're
we came
still
in.
Exactly what I thought. I do, Erica, want to show you. This is a text, and I hope you all take this in, from one of the students to their parents. Are you ready for this? It says, school shooting, RN, meeting right now. I'm scared. Please, I'm not joking. She writes, I'm leaving work. I love you. Love you too, baby. Where are you? Class. And then someone's dead. I just saw an ambulance and police heading that way. Erica, what's your take on that?
Honestly, I really am thinking about the first time that we covered a school shooting.
Yeah.
And how I remember looking at Jeff like we couldn't even look at each other because we just couldn't keep it together.
Yeah.
And it's like, we've been here for 7 years and nothing has changed. It's just gotten worse. And now we're ending the show, and I'm just thinking, what are we, as in those of us sitting up here, what will we be thinking when the next one happens? How will we be affected when we're not on camera? because I do feel like we are constantly in the information in real time, whereas most people have the privilege of just disassociating. And what is my life going to be like after this? Will I disassociate, or will I actually submerge myself in this because I'm feeling feelings for the people who lost their lives and their families?
Jeff, you have 30 seconds. Go ahead. What do you feel?
I can't sum this up in 30 seconds. It's just,
How did that text message make you feel?
I'm numb.
As a dad, though.
I'm numb to it. I would, like Erica said, I'm crying. A couple years ago, I cry all the time. You're crying. I'm numb to it. America's numb to it. Nothing's going to change here. You mentioned you can't drink till you're 21. That's because it's a law. If you get caught going 150 miles an hour, it's my right as an American citizen. It's in the Constitution. They take your license away because you can't do that. We need to start putting laws in effect to stop this. This is an epidemic. It's a huge problem that our lawmakers don't talk about. I hate this. I hate right. I hate left. You're not talking about the problem at all. You have to start going after the parents. You have to start having harsher consequences. He's 14. Put him to death. I watched this show on Netflix, and it's all about the way the whole system works. This guy, and you could watch it over and over. It's the same story. Beat his girlfriend, went on to another one, beat her again, went to the police. They're like, "Well, did you see him do it?" And he's like, "He just beat me up 3 times, and then he beat me up with a pipe." Well, if you didn't see it, and then some scumbag lawyer gets him out, and then he's out, and guess where it ends? When someone's murdered. There was signs that this kid was mentally insane, but the police couldn't do anything. Their hands were tied because of our laws. So if the laws don't change, nothing will change. TV's changed. Everything has changed, right? But since we started and since we're ending, it's just gotten worse. But worry about the TV. Worry about who's in politics. Worry about hating this and hating that. I know we're out of time.
Amen.
Well said. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Of course, we're still discussing it. Moving on to other politics, Trump held a town hall with Sean Hannity in the swing state of Pennsylvania yesterday. Trump was asked about all the violence and the threats in the world that we were just discussing, including school shootings like the one in Georgia. Here's what Trump said he himself is going to do about it. Take a look.
Well, it's a sick and angry world for a lot of reasons, and we're going to make it better. We're going to heal our world. We're going to get rid of all these wars that are starting all over the place because of incompetent American leadership. And we're going to make it better. They said, bring Trump back and we won't have any problems. We were very strong about that.
Trump also talked about the upcoming debate next week on ABC News. He did disparage the network and told voters there is only one choice in this election. Take a look.
ABC is the worst network in terms of fairness. George Slopadopoulos, you know who he is. And he's a nasty guy. You can't take the chance. You have no choice. You've got to vote for me. You've got to vote for me. You got to.
And you tell me he's not rattled. Okay. Tell me what you guys think. To me, this looks like a rattled man.
I don't know if he's rattled or not, but he might be getting hit with another lawsuit after the Isaac Hayes one for encroaching on music, because that's definitely Michael Jackson lyrics. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race.
I know that in sign language. Yeah, that's crazy.
I will say this, since we do need a little levity. George Slopadopoulos is old school Trump. That was funny. I'm sorry. I know everything is
George Slopadopoulos.
That's 2016. That's like when the 50-year-old quarterback comes out and has a 300-yard game and then goes back. But like you saw that glimpse, that was old school. On a real note, it's when people are applauding, when he's saying we're going to get rid of these wars, it just shows me how much Americans are unaware of American foreign policy.
Thank you.
And how we're involved in some of those wars. It's a real thing. We're a country based on money, as are a lot of countries, and we have interests over there, and we go after them just like other countries do. But we have to acknowledge and do a little research about where we're from and what implications our country has in other wars.
I do say this. Out of all the things I've said against Trump, he doesn't like wars.
Absolutely.
He's actually never liked war. He's not a war hawk. He actually wants to get out of war. He finds it not great for business and all of that. So I do think, but I think in his mind, he thinks he can pick up the phone and call Bibi Netanyahu and be like, we're going to stop the war. And that isn't how it works in foreign policy. That's just not how it works.
Biden's been asking for the last 2.5 months. And, now Kamala Harris has also said it's time to end this war.
Correct.
And Bibi is not listening to them. I don't think he would listen to Trump. But I do agree with you that Trump has always stated he's not a fan of war. And that's one, I appreciate him saying that. But given our history, I don't know the reality of that coming to light, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know.
It's a losing issue. And, I remember, I'm old enough to remember, like, when the first Desert Storm went down and even how people on ABC and, everybody was like, kind of had that war. I don't want to call it the other word, but just even the anchors were very excited about the bombs going off and the neon colors. That kind of enthusiasm is gone.
No, it's waned a lot.
After dozens of people have returned home. And I think a lot of politicians, that kind of old school John Bolton war hawk kind of character does not exist anymore, because we're dealing with the repercussions of that in real time.
I agree with you.
So I hope that a lot of other politicians follow and get us out of wherever we need to be.
I do too. I just hope when you vote for him that magically the shootings and school shootings will stop. I don't know how that happens. I think that's magic talk, and I would like to hear more about it. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We've had a few guest hosts over the years, but our most memorable would have to be the great, the one, the only, Marilu Henner. Earlier, we spoke with her all about it for her final DBL appearance. Check it out.
Marilu, welcome back.
Oh my gosh, you all look so gorgeous. You look incredible, all of you. You've just even gotten more gorgeous and more beautiful and more handsome. And I miss you all so much, and I can't believe that I'm not going to be able to come and visit you either in Denver or this way.
Marilu, it's so good to see you. Since we last hung out, though, you've been very busy. You've been in several movies, plays. You just got back from London and Istanbul. What were you doing over there? Talk to us.
Okay, so I did, since I saw you, I've done not only 2 movies, 2 Aurora Teagarden, Aurora Teagarden mystery movies that are going to be on Hallmark Plus and starting in October, 2 of them. I'm so excited. You can see the original one, the first of the Aurora Teagarden, Something New. So on Hallmark Plus right now. But also I've done 3 plays. I did 1 in Bucks County and I did 1 in New York City. And then I went to London to do a 3rd play with all my friends, Caroline Aaron, Brooke Adams, Melanie Mayron. It's called Mad Women of the West. We had done it in LA, we did it in New York, and now we just did it in London. And then I went to Istanbul with my husband to have a little romantic thing because we didn't really get to see each other very much over the last 4 months. And so it's like the 3rd theory of marriage. You have to have vision and heat.
So Marilu, it's been great knowing you over the last couple of years. What is your favorite memory of DBL, and do you remember the day of it?
Ooh. Oh, first of all, I loved the whole week that I did with all those friends of mine. Yeah. Oh, and I also remember, like, everything's flooding into my head now. When I was there in September of 2022, and I had Martin Short, Jim Brooks, Jimmy Burrows, Phil Rosenthal, and Mark Cuban. Those were our guests that week, and that was so fantastic. It was incredible being able to have all of them, and just you guys, just being part of the team. Just knowing that these wonderful people that have different opinions can sit down and hang out and express themselves and give each other the space to really talk. So I'm getting teary-eyed. I mean, when I heard that this was happening, I got so emotional, and I'm on my way to Denver to do something with a whole hospice organization, and I'm going to be there. So I called and I said, hey, I'm going to be in Denver. Maybe I can pop in and get quotes. And then they said that you were closing.
Well, listen, Marilu, not only have you been just an incredible guest and friend to all of us, I mean, your family, but, we've learned a lot from you in this industry. And if you could give us any type of advice, I know that, you've had such an incredible career, you continue to have an incredible career, and you've been on shows that have been canceled. So please give us some advice.
Well, when we got word that Taxi was canceled, we said, they called me. I was at a Pilates class, and I said, it was May the 6th of 1982. Anyway, so they called and they said, we've been canceled, honey. And it was like, okay, where is it? Where's the wake? And we all went to Tony Danza's. We had this little wake, and we all stayed up all night and everything else. And then the show was picked up for another season. So never say never. Never think something is completely dead. Never feel like something is completely over. And we're all still close to this day. So the people that you pick up along the way, it's such a roller coaster ride, this business. And it's so rare that you get to connect with a group of people that you love as much as I know you all love each other, and I love you, and I love my Taxi guys. It's so rare. So you just cherish everything, and it's plan B. The key to your life is how well you deal with plan B. So if you can move on to plan B and make adjustments, and you never really lose the people that you love. You might lose the situation, but you never really lose the people that you love.
Listen, we absolutely love you and adore you and admire you. Thank you for everything. DBL Nation, see Marilu on Hallmark Plus this October in the new Aurora Teagarden mystery movies, A Lesson in Murder and Death at the Diner. And Marilu's going to be in Denver this month speaking at the National Hospice Foundation Annual Leadership Conference on September 17th.
Awesome. Bless you for doing that.
Thank you again, Marilu. We love you.
You're the best. Thank you.
I love you.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out. Steph, what do you have for us today? Because I want to shop.
First up, we've got the Sharper Image by Vornado Whole Room Swivel Fan Refresh 6. It has 3 airflow settings, a 360-degree swivel base, and a 45-degree tilt to direct air. Plus, the different levels of air provide adjustable levels of white noise. We have seen this priced as high as $60. We have got this for $24.99. That is saving 58%. Up next, we have the Hypergear True Wireless Stereo Earbuds. These are made with a water and sweat resistant material, and there are 5 colors to choose from. They provide up to 5 hours of playback off a single charge and an additional 10 hours from the charging storage case.
Hello.
It's a doorbuster deal, 3 max per customer.
That means it's a good price, y'all.
This has been priced up to $40. We have got these for just $10. That is saving 75%. Check this out.
Whoa.
We've got the Dash 3.5 quart compact stand mixer.
Cute.
It's super lightweight. It's only £5. But it comes with all of the features that you would expect from bigger mixers. We've got a limit, 3 per customer.
So this is another one, guys.
We've seen this usually priced as high as $100.
I mean, that's not even bad for that, I feel like.
We have got it for $25. That is saving 75%. Our last product is the Solite Surrey Collection 3-piece hard side luggage set. These suitcases are durable, they're strong, but they are still really lightweight and easy to maneuver because they have got spinner wheels for easy glide.
I love that.
Normally this is $900. We have got this set for $139.99. That is saving 84%.
Y'all, that is such a savings for that set. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or see that QR code, it's right on your screen. That will take you directly to all these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph. Yeah, Morning Save, yes, beautiful things. We had our DBL raffle yesterday. If you don't know, at the end we get to pick certain things. And
what's left over? What's left over from what Tori didn't take? But she still
Tori,
goes
will
into
you
the raffle.
to it now that you've taken in an inordinate amount of stuff?
Do you want to say it correctly?
Inordinate.
Okay, well, we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you same
Seems
time.
like a mission of guilt to me.
Same place tomorrow for our very last show. I love you guys so much. Take care.